Emily Igwike knows the power of the spoken word. The University School of Milwaukee Jr. is one of this year's 5 national student poets, and she recently had the chance to meet First Lady Dr. Jill Biden. Our Michael Schlesinger sat down with this exceptional teen to see how life's experiences, including 2 parents who immigrated from Nigeria and Africa, helped mold her as a person and artist.
It's a window and a mirror into your life, into other people's lives.
These are the words of Emily Igwike, said so eloquently. Like so much of what she writes or speaks, she's written poetry for years, and now she's being recognized. This University School of Milwaukee Jr. is one of 5 national student poets for 2022.
I think it's an excellent way to build empathy and compassion between people, to learn about how people deal with things like grief and loss and happiness. It's also a good way to tell your own story and then learn about the stories of others.
Emily's story is one easy to tell. Her love of language started young, stemming from a religious upbringing.
You hear them during church, you hear them during Bible readings that my mom and dad used to read to me, but they weren't saying you should write this.
But she says her poetic passion really took off in middle school.
Poetry has allowed me to just be more open with my thoughts and realize there's some things that I think and I feel that I'm afraid to show other people or tell people that I care about. And it's easier for me to write it in a poem, especially if it's private, than for me to say it out loud.
This 16-year-old tells me there's no real rhyme or reason with what she creates. It's all freestyle.
I think it's just the best way for me to reflect on things that are on my mind, feelings that I have tied into moments that I feel that those feelings are exemplified in.
She says in the right headspace with enough quiet, the thoughts flow from pen to paper.
I try to speak to the reader so that we can form a connection, so that they can find ways as if they can relate to the poem or find ways in which that I can relate to them or they can see themselves in my poem.
One of her favorite pieces is Heavy. It deals with the struggles of a first-generation American and the separation felt from others, but yet there's always a bond with loved ones like her own mother.
Her smile is weathered, our paths trodden. A mother once young sees herself in the shattered mirror. Piece by piece, she picks me up, puts me back together, even if her nimble fingers are cut, offering her blood in the process.
Her artistic accolades recently brought her front and center before First Lady Dr. Jill Biden at the White House. It's here where some of her work was read out loud.
I was ecstatic to be given the opportunity just to be there and to be able to read my poetry in just such a very significant place, and also just to see how proud my mom was. I was just very happy about it all.
I am not surprised. I'm thrilled. And I know that she deserves this.
Teacher and mentor Emily Igwike speaks to the character of this special student.
Emily is wise beyond her years in many ways, and she's also incredibly empathetic and really perceptive. And I think she pays attention in the ways that maybe only poets do.
This instructor goes on to say Emily's qualities are exactly what's needed, especially today.
I think Emily is an introvert, and I think that in this very noisy, loud world, Emily listens, and I think we need that. The world needs poets.
National student poets are chosen from a jury of established poets and leaders in education and the arts. Throughout their year of service, they'll serve as literary ambassadors. Each one also receives a $5,000 academic award.
And she is always looking to grow, and she writes for fun. She writes regularly, and she's always looking for ways to continue to grow as a writer.
I think honestly just continuing to write, and as I'm learning from poets who are older than me, who have developed their craft more, even alumni from the National Student Poets Program, I can learn different techniques and ways to write, how to write in different styles of writing as well.
Even if you